So you have a child in year 5, you want to get them on the right track with their creative writing, and you're looking for tried and proven techniques to help your child's writing go from where it is today to an excellent level. And maybe you're thinking about grammar and independent school exams, and you've heard how competitive they are and how higher level your child's writing needs to be. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain how you can help your child's creative writing improve in some very simple but useful, efficient and fast improvement techniques. Hey, so my name's Joycelyn Akufo. I'm the Managing Director of Geek School Tutoring, and I'm also a journalist by profession. I have a number of creative writing courses and websites to help children in their creative writing endeavours. So, you have a child in year 5. You want to help them improve their creative writing. Here are some tips to help them. So, first of all, let's just start by explaining the importance of creative writing as a skill that your child in year 5 needs to continue to develop, especially if you're thinking of the 11 plus exams, you know, for grammar or independent schools. But there's more to writing than just the exam preparation. You know, writing is important for improving your child's communication skills, for their creative thinking, and it can also actually be a great outlet for your child's emotions. You know, year 5 marks the beginning of the end of primary school, and you know, many children start to think about their future in year 5. Believe me, they start to think about these things, and year 5 means that they get to observe what's going on with the year 6s and their schooling, and you know, some of the stress that some children experience with different exams and so on. So your child is taking in quite a lot of information, and you know, so having a creative outlet and an outlet for their emotions can be really helpful. So let's look at 5 ways that you can help your child on their creative writing journey. Number 1, encourage your child to read widely and often. So one of the best ways to improve your child's writing. So before we carry on with this amazing video, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so that you will get notified every time a new Geek School video goes up. Enjoy! So one of the best ways to improve your child's writing is basically to encourage them to read as much as possible. So reading exposes children to different styles of writing, and it also helps them to create their own unique voice. If they read a particular style of writing from a particular author and they like that turn of phrase, you know, your child can start to use those techniques in their writing, for example. And the reading is important. Reading widely is also important. So yes, it's fine if your child has a preferred genre and, you know, authors that they like, but try and encourage them, you know, once a week to read a book that is completely different from their usual style of reading book. Reading is also an amazing way to help children build their vocabulary. So I always use the example of anyone who wants to get fit. Where would you go? To a gym. And even if you just sit in the cafe and observe people coming in and leaving the gym, you're one step closer towards your fitness journey. At some point, you know, you might just go and peek into one of the classes, and you may attempt to go into the gym, one of the classes, or swimming, or the sauna. You know, all of this will get you closer to the end goal. What an interesting time for my seat to just decide to fall. Thank you very much, Amazon. Anyway, so excuse me for that. So you can tell that I don't tweak and prune the videos because I want them to be as real as possible, even if something peculiar like this happens mid-recording. So it's important, you know, that children have exposure to lots of books. If you can get lots of books in your household, great. If not, then head over to the library, you know, and if there aren't any libraries nearby, I think just about every school has a library. You know, encourage your child to go and speak to the librarian. If they're too shy, you know, maybe have a quiet word with their teacher, you know, to get the ball rolling on, you know, that type of activity. And, you know, they should support that endeavour. So you can also encourage your child to build what I call a TBR list, a to be read list, you know, a nice list of books that they will tick off as they complete each book. And, you know, that can be like a kind of reward chart. It's amazing where you've had 10 books on the list and you're on number 8 and you can't wait to read the rest. That kind of excitement. Second tip is to help your child to develop their ideas. And one way you can do this is to brainstorm story ideas together. It just helps to get the creative juices flowing. So you sit down with your child and ask them questions about the story that they want to write about. And, you know, ask who the main characters are, where the story's going to take place, and just help them to flesh out their ideas a bit more. And then that will give them a solid foundation to start writing from. If your child gets stuck in the planning process, this sort of verbal brainstorming will help. And you can encourage them, you know, a bit more by giving them prompts and, you know, some simple ideas to start from. They might even then start saying, oh no, the character won't do that, but they'll do this instead. You know, you've helped them all the same, even if they rubbish your ideas. You know, children of this age, they know everything, don't you guys? Anyway, then tip number 3 is you need to teach your child the basics of good writing. So there are certain things that are very vital: good grammar, good punctuation, good spelling. And your child needs to understand the basics of these before they start writing their story. And so once they have a solid foundation, they'll be able to express themselves more freely and creatively. You know, don't forget to remind them about the importance of reading and checking their work and making revisions where required, you know, for sense and for SPAG, the spelling, punctuation and the grammar, you know, before they decide that they've finished their writing piece, because these are important factors in their writing, and it's good discipline, you know, to have in general, and of course even more so for exams, whether it's for the 11 plus or, you know, as they go about their school career. Because remember that even if your child doesn't do the 11 plus exams, they will have to do an English GCSE exam, or both of them, English language, English literature, so these are skills that are still required there. So encourage your child to be creative. That's tip number 4. The best stories are original and unique. So try and get your child to think outside the box a bit and make it unique and special. So, you know, you can do this by, you know, just exploring your neighborhood. You know, even when you're on a drive and commuting from home and so on, you know, look at what's going on around you, you know, interesting behaviors of people on the road, interesting buildings and so on. And if you are able to go on holiday or go visiting family and relatives, let's not just make it a gadget time experience. Spend some time, you know, drawing their attention to what's going on around them, because they all help to you know, they all come together to help your child's creative writing endeavours. Tip number 5 is to help your child to edit and revise their work. So I mentioned it briefly in the previous point, but you know, many children don't know how to correct their work. They think that if they've read through it, it's fine. And if you ever listen to children reading through their work, quite often when they make mistakes, they won't necessarily correct it. They'll just say, oh yeah, I should have put an apostrophe there, or oh, okay, that too has 2 O's at the end. But the actual taking a pen or pencil and editing the mistake out and writing the correct word, the correct punctuation, correct letter, you know, and so on is important. So you need to train your child to do that. And it needs to be encouraging feedback, constructive feedback. If your child feels like they're being nitpicked and that everything they've written is terrible because literally you complain about every tiny minute detail with no positive reinforcement, and you expect them to gain confidence from that and to want to write, I can tell you now that, you know, it would not work out for their good or yours. You know, parents then start to lose all sanity because they think their children don't understand. And I always smile inside because I know that children understand. We are receptive beings. They understand. They've just checked out. So, you know, that's something to bear in mind. So these are just a few tips to help you support your child's creative writing development, you know, but I have a free creative writing course on my site, the 11 Plus Essay, that you can register your child to take. It helps with story ideas, editing, and a lot of these important areas. And then, of course, you know, there are more detailed courses where your child's work is marked. And then we have the Write and Bloom course, where apart from all the amazing resources that I've created for your child to learn, we meet weekly online, you know, with a small group of children, and, you know, they get to practice their writing even more. So I hope that's been helpful. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe and share this video. Help another parent out. You know, we're all in this thing together, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Do you need help with your writing? Don't forget to check out Geek School Tutoring's online writing courses at www.the11plusessay.co.uk. We have everything from creative writing courses to English comprehension courses and English grammar and punctuation courses, just to name a few. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and to switch on your notifications so you know when our next video goes up. Bye. Collins,